Huh? Kevin must be stuck in a time portal from Chrono Trigger. Well, I'm Hack, and this is FC Span. So the first news on today's news agenda is Gunpoint, the new indie game being developed by Mr. Tom Francis, I believe, and a few of his developer friends. Well, this game is causing a huge stir amongst your favorite news aggregators, blogs, whatever the case is, and it's for very good reason. The game looks pretty damn awesome. You guys are probably watching the trailer now saying, this looks kind of familiar to Cannibal. Well, it's not. It's actually being coined as a stealth action puzzle game. It has a huge amount of depth. It has a progression system and a whole bunch of upgrades and an actual economy where you can use the money you get from different missions to buy different gadgets. So the gadgets are a huge part of this game. So one of the gadgets, which is actually the biggest draw of the game, is called a crosslink. So to be extremely rude about it, you guys have to watch the trailer. Watch this trailer. It basically allows you to use different activators for different electricity sources. So let's say you have an elevator across the room which a guard is next to. You can use a light switch from your side of the room to activate the elevator to distract the guard, and it's pretty cool. Watch it, you'll see what I mean. Gunpointgame.com. Next up is the sales of dancing games have increased by over 326%. This will be okay if they only sold about 30 copies last year. I'm being a little biased. I actually like dancing games, but the thing was that let me actually get into Dance Central 2 is actually leading the front, Zumba Fitness, and then it's Just Dance 3. The thing about it is a lot of these games are getting mediocre reviews, and just besides Dance Central 3, which is averaging around 8s and stuff like that, I thought dancing games fell under the rhythm genre, and as we see, no Rock Band this year, no Guitar Hero, but we did have a rock, so that was more of a sim. It's just surprising to see that there are actually some outliers from each genre. Maybe the dancing falls under its own genre, maybe we have a new genre here, but I thought it fell out of the rhythm, and it's good to see that some games actually make it past that, or it could just be the fact that Connect is out. Who cares? Dancing games are here, and they're probably gonna stay. Next up is Resident Evil 6 is gonna be a complete renovation, a new game. The creators are saying so. This is good news, but at the same time, I'm just sad that they're kind of downplaying what Resident Evil 5 did. I actually believe Resident Evil 5 had one of the most cohesive co-op experiences in the last gen, maybe next to Left 4 Dead or Gears of War. It's hard to find something better than that. And but the next part of the whole article was that he actually brought up the fact that they're gonna have to choose between action or horror genre. The thing is, I'm actually like the fact that they're actually separating these two, because it's hard to do both. I think if they focus on one, will be better. I'm actually hoping they go for the action genre, for the co-op experience, because it's hard to get that horror feel in a co-op game. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see any way besides one guy maybe being a bad guy or the other. Whatever the case, that's up to them. But I don't want the co-op experience to die. I thought it was really amazing, and set piece moments are in its in, so let's do it. Next up is Assassin's Creed 3 location. So Ubisoft was handing out a survey, hinting at some places maybe the new Assassin's Creed could be in. A few of them were like Egypt, I believe feudal Japan, the Civil War, or the American Revolution, whatever the case is. And there was one other location. It doesn't matter, because the only one I really want to talk about is Japan. Why even have the other choices? It makes the most sense. It was called Tenchu Stealth Assassins. It fits right in. It wasn't so actually, but the thing about it is that there was actually some spy photos at maybe Ubisoft. There was some concept art. All of it actually leading towards maybe a more Civil War time or American Revolution time Assassin's Creed game. I don't know how it's gonna work. Ubisoft Montreal, they're good at what they're doing, but I actually is pushing for a feudal Japan. Let me know what you guys think about it. Last thing is, Uncharted 3 fans actually make a difference. I'm bringing this story up because it was actually a big deal to me to see the power of us nowadays, where social media is so intertwined with what these developers are doing, and it's focus testing aren't get the jobs apparently. So what happened here is that basically a few group of Uncharted 3 hardcore gamers actually put together a video and actually made some valid points. Smartly came up to Uncharted developers Naughty Dog, telling them that the aiming in Uncharted is a little wonky, and they proved it. It's one thing about complaining and one thing about showing it. So the cool guys at Naughty Dog, shout outs to them. They actually flew these guys over, let them plead their case, and guess what? There's actually a patch coming out, and I believe it's out already. It fixes up the single player issues. I'm not sure about multiplayer, but the fact is that we actually made a difference. You know, a lot of these developers are intertwined with their fans because we have a voice now too. So it's cool to see this. So shout out to Naughty Dog, good stuff. Oh my God, it's a cramp down. What do? Oh, we do news half the time. So first news article is WoW patch 4.3.3.11D90. Whatever the case is, it sounds like it's not a big deal, but it kind of is. It offers 3 new dungeons and a new raid where you go through time to get tools to defeat Blackwing or Deathwing, whatever the case is, and some armor transmorphigurization and cool stuff like that. So all you WoW fans out there, you're probably looking forward to this, and I don't have to tell you, but it's here. It's coming. Stop bothering me. Next up is Square Enix is using Unreal Engine 3. So this could lead to a lot of stuff. They're saying they're developing a new IP. I'm thinking that it might be a sequel to Undiscovery or The Last Remnant, both of which were mediocre. So I'm hoping they actually developing a new IP. I'm just mad that they're actually using the Unreal Engine 3. I kind of am tired of this engine. A lot of the games are starting to look the same to me, but who knows? You know, it's a pretty great engine. Gears of War 3 was looking amazing, so leave it up to me not to say anything. Next up is I want to get a poo-poo at Lionhead Studios for actually closing down Peter Molyneux. It basically it was a parody of Peter Molyneux. I can't pronounce his last name, sorry, of Lionhead Studios, and it was just playing some fun. Celebrities have it all the time. It was just sad to see that Twitter closed his account as being a impersonator. Some of his tweets were actually pretty funny, and well, there's been a news update that they're actually bringing it back, but he has to change some of his credentials. I don't know what the big problems. It was all in good fun, but you guys should check it out. Next up is SKYRIM patch is coming. Yes, I want to thank Bethesda. They actually continue working on this game. It was, cross my fingers, it was the first Bethesda game that wasn't buggy from the start. Some people were having problems, but for me generally it was an amazing experience. Well, the patch fixes some stuff up, but if you guys probably didn't notice, if you install the game to the hard drive on a 360, the actual textures were of a low fidelity. So if you didn't know, it was great. Now when you load it back up, it'll look even better. It actually fixes some other stuff like projectiles and cool stuff like that. Next up is Team Bondi might not be dead, but they are dead because Team Bondi doesn't exist, but they're actually moving to a new company. I believe George Miller is collaborating with them to make a new game. I'm not thinking it's an LA Noire 2, but but I would happy to see that facial technology in any other game. So I'm actually happy for the fact that this is happening. You know, they were a decent studio, probably badly managed, and I'm happy to see them come back. Hopefully they do some cool stuff. Next up is new releases. Well, I thought all the games came out. Well, they kind of have, but we have Assassin's Creed Revelations coming out for PC soon, and next big release is probably Infinity Blade 2 for the iOS. I know you guys have, if you haven't tried Infinity Blade, basically think of Super Punch-Out for your iOS device. It's probably one of the premier games. I think it is the best game on any iOS device, so you guys should definitely check it out. It's coming out early this month, so look forward to that. Next up is Voltron for XBLA. You formed the head. I have no idea what this is about, but I look forward to a Let's Play sometime this week. It's gonna be pretty awesome. And last up is Mario Kart 7, which it's already been being reviewed, and it's been getting mediocre reviews. The game itself looks okay. I can't say it looks like Mario Kart, and it's the 7th part. What do you expect? So thank you guys for watching. This has been FC Spin, and if you guys have any feedback and stuff, if you guys like the new format or don't like it, let me know, and thanks a lot.